Hey. Welcome to Talk That Talk with Diva Speaks Relationships. My name is Angela Patariel, and I had time today to do another short but sweet letter. I mean, sweet as in it's short. Not that the letter is sweet in and of itself, but I had time today, as the kids would say. I had some time today, so I said, you know what? Let me just grab one of the letters that doesn't take a whole lot of time, but I can kind of get into it. And it's a juicy one. I think it's juicy. I don't know what y'all gonna think. But anyway, welcome to Talk That Talk with Diva Speaks Relationships. My name is Angela Patariel, and we have a letter. And y'all know I'm kind of self-conscious right now because I don't have my locks. Yes, I had to get rid of the locks for my new career. But check out this hat. Y'all like this little thing I got on my head? Lord, I found it at the beauty supply store. Okay, the beauty supply store across town here in Charlotte at this place called Tyson. That's where I got it from. I was like, ooh, this will go with my blue. But anyway, that's beside the point. So listen, another one of our good sisters wrote in. She wrote in because she's got an issue. She got an issue, but it's not one that I don't think it's not one of those that we can't relate. Okay, so let me just get into it. You'll see what I'm talking about. So she says, I found out the contact information of the spouse of my husband's side chick. Yes. I am going to contact him and inform him as it looks like on his Instagram that things are fine. He has no clue what is really happening. I'd love your feedback on what I'm about to do, Diva. Oh, well, first and foremost, let me just say, I'm not fixing to act holier than thou. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not about to act like if I wasn't in your shoes that the thought would not cross my mind. I'm not going to act like that because I love the fact that you are comfortable enough to ask. I just want to let you know that what you're thinking about doing, a lot of us would think that, but actually going through with it is another thing, sis. I don't think you should do that. I don't think that you should involve her husband because of what your man is doing to you. I think her marriage is none of your business. And I know a lot of you may disagree with me when I say that, but I think by you trying to rope her man or her husband into this because you want to let him know that his wife is sleeping with your husband, I think that's a bad idea. I think that's going to paint you in a different light. You don't even know how this man may receive the information that you're bringing to the table. You don't even know if he's going to welcome it. You don't know what type of bag this man is going to come out of. Here you are, a strange woman contacting him about his wife. You've been stalking in his eyes. I'm just putting it out there. In his eyes, you know what? You have been stalking his social media. So you've been stalking his social media and you see that he's happy and you want to interrupt his happiness because his wife is out here thought bopping with your husband. I get it. It's like, you know what? If you go interrupt my marriage, I'm about to return the favor. I just don't think it's a good idea. You don't know what could happen after you do that. Who was that? Thank you. I'm sending love and hugs to you. You don't know what type of bag this man gonna come out of on you. And then listen, I saw somewhere the guy on TikTok that does the tea. You know, he has the tea and he calls everybody's husband our husband. You know that guy, right? I saw one of the stories that he did where one of the wives contacted the husband of the affair partner, right? And he was like, he didn't care because they had an open marriage. I'm giving you that example because you really don't know what's going on. I think you need to worry about your own husband. I think you need to worry about your own marriage. And I think you really need to focus on why your husband is out here up in somebody else's lady parts. I don't think you need to be trying to interrupt the happiness of another home and household. However, I'm not going to say that I don't understand. One good favor does deserve another. You know, you talking to a wife. I just don't think you're prepared for what may happen. So if you're just now tuning in, Our good sister, a wife just found, okay, so her husband is cheating, right? He got a side chick, but the side chick is married. So our good sister found out the contact information of the side chick's husband, and she's like, I'm about to call him and tell him what's really going on, because according to his Instagram post, he think his life is just fine. He think his marriage is intact. So she wants to interrupt that and let that husband know that his wife is cheating with her husband. I'm telling her, I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't think you should do it though. I don't think you've thought about what may happen in the aftermath. And let me just say this. Okay, I'm going to leave y'all with this because I had a little bit of time and I'm talking beyond the time that I had allotted myself. What if, I'm just saying, because people are crazy. People out here satisfying themselves sexually in all types of ways. They are inventing new ways to get it off, get it on, keep it spicy, keep it juicy. Hell, what if you tell this man and these people invite your husband to share her? I mean, what if you tell this husband, and by you exposing the affair, now they feel like they got nothing to hide and they charge ahead full speed? Have you ever thought about that? Have you thought about what is your end result? What is your end game? Because after you make that phone call and you tell her husband that his wife is up here thought bottom with your husband and they busting it down, what's your end game after that? What are you going to do after that? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about the backlash that's going to come from your husband? Okay? From your husband, that's going to come from that. Have you thought about what she's going to do? Because she going to do something. I mean, she going to do something. Whether that is antagonize you, stalk you, try to, I don't know, as the kids say, run up on you. You don't know. I just don't think you should do that. I don't think that's a good look. I think you didn't say if you wanted to keep your marriage or your husband. If you haven't thought that through, my good sister, let me encourage you to stop. Stop acting out on emotion. That's not a good look. You haven't thought things through. You haven't counted the cost for each of your actions yet. You know, you start doing things and then there's a domino effect. And let me tell you something. People get crazy. Let me tell you, I'm going to say this. People would get crazy by some good dick or some good poo nanny, okay? You trying to interrupt something or trying to expose something, you don't know what type of bag your husband may come out of. You don't know how he really feel about this woman. What you do know is that he cheating with her. You don't know the Pandora's box you may be opening by going back telling her husband what's going on. What if the two men get into it? I'm not trying to be dramatic. I want you to think about this. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but this is what I saw on Snapped. The husband was having an affair. Two married couples. The husband was having an affair with one chick. Anyway, the husbands end up getting into it because one found out about the other. And one of the husbands killed the other husband behind sleeping with his wife. You haven't thought this thing through. You just want to get even. And I'm telling you, most of us women, we get it. Most of us women, we get it. And then there's a lot of women that say, you know what, goodbye to good riddance, take your cheating ass somewhere on out the door. I don't think you've reached that point yet. I just think you need to think about it. I don't think you need to tell that woman's husband, but if you do, and something bad happens, just know I tried to warn you. Just know that you could have avoided whatever may happen in the aftermath of you telling her man, her husband. It's not right that she's sleeping with yours, but take that issue up with your husband. Your husband is the one that broke your vows, okay? Her husband needs to deal with the fact that she's broken their vows. You need to be focusing on this marriage and your husband and what has led to this. And even if you want to take him back. And for every cheating letter that I get, email that I read publicly on the television show or discuss privately, because I get a lot of private letters that I never read. The first thing you need to be doing when you discovering that your partner, your spouse has been stepping outside of the relationship, baby, you need to be picking up the phone, calling your gynecologist and making sure that your hoo-ha is okay. You worried about what he. And after you get a clean bill of health, then you can start to address some of the other things. Okay, look at the finances. Has he been spending money on his woman? He has. you know, how long has it been going on? Long enough to be sleeping with her. Has there been some actual feelings developed between the two of them? Have they made plans for? Girl, you got too much on your plate to be trying to involve another human being into this mix. That's just my honest opinion. I want to leave you with this. Every woman that hears this, most of us get where you're coming from. Most of our heart goes out to you, but this ain't the route to go. This has been Talk That Talk with Diva Speaks Relationships. My name is Angela Portadea. Don't forget, guys, add my Roku channel to your Roku device. If you got Amazon Fire, add that channel too. And don't forget my talk show comes on every second and fourth Friday of the month on Spectrum Cable. If you're in the Carolinas, channel 21. If you have AT&T Uverse, I come on every second and fourth Friday of the month at 11 p.m. channel 99 on AT&T Uverse. You can live stream my show if you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, from Access 21's live stream, tvaccess21.com, over there at the television station. Or you can look at my show on their Roku channel, which is Access 21's Roku channel. Last but not least, you can always catch all of my content and much, much more throwback and entertainment, the 80s and 90s sitcoms. You can watch that on the Diva Speaks Relationships Roku channel as well. And or it should be on RIGTV Roku channel. You guys have been amazing. Have an amazing Throwback Thursday. I think isn't it National Weed Day for somebody? Most of you anyway. I love you guys. You have an amazing. Don't hate on this hat. I'm going back and get the red one, the black one, the white one, the green one. If you in Charlotte and you see me in there, mind your business. But it's Tyson on North Tryon if you live in Charlotte, and they're really, 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 really reasonable, okay? You guys have a wonderful, amazing day. May God bless each and every one of you. Let's be good to each other. And if somebody out there, being nasty and negative towards you today, shake it off. They're not even worth it. The blessings that you have in front of you are far greater than you trying to get back at somebody for being nasty, mean-spirited, obnoxious, hateful, and all of that. The world is so full of it. I just felt led to tell you guys. Toodles. I'm trying to